Hello and welcome to gorgeous Foster Field. Graham Doty here in San Angelo, Texas, where we are just moments away from game number 2 here in the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. Game number 2 features a matchup between the number 5 seed, Tarleton State Texans, as they take on the Texas A&M Kingsville Javelitos for the second game today. Take a look at the Texans first. This is a team 26-19 overall. They represent the 5 seed. They are led by head coach Brian Conger, 4 years as the man in charge for the Texans. He was the pitching coach at Tarleton State back from 1998 to 1999. He's from Stephenville, and he went to Tarleton State as well. The Texans went 35-15 last year, which was a school record, but this year this is a team that lost 16 seniors from that team from just a year ago. Tarleton State was picked to finish second preseason in the Lone Star Conference, and they had another winning season this year under head coach Brian Conger. Now their opponents, the Texas A&M Kingsville Javelitos, represent the 2 seed here in the Lone Star Conference Tournament. Kingsville is 31-14 overall. They're led by head coach Jason Gonzalez, his 4th year as the signal caller here for Kingsville. Javelinos were picked preseason number 7 in the Lone Star Conference. This is their 3rd year in a row to make their tournament. Kingsville has made it to the finals 3 times, and they won this tournament 3 times. The last came back in 2008. But the last 2 years for the Javelinos, they have lost their first 2 games in the Lone Star Conference tournament. Now for Tarleton State, they've won this tournament 2 times, and they've been to the final championship game 4 times. They are red hot. They have won their last 7 games in a row. Let's take you through the lineups first for Texas A&M Kingsville. Starting lineup this afternoon, Joe Tallerine, the left fielder, will lead things off for Kingsville. Behind him at second base is Ben Villafuerte. Batting third is the DH Taylor Tasca. In the cleanup spot is the catcher Jake Mendolola. The right fielder Cameron Dolnig batting 5th. In the 6th spot, the center fielder Trent Wagner. Batting 7th at third base is James Black. Batting 8th at first base is James Wallace. And batting last is the shortstop Mario Siller. Starting lineup for Tarleton State this afternoon, Ryan Small, the second baseman. Behind him in right field is Noah Ringenberger. Batting third is the DH Blake Sogerio. In the cleanup spot at first base is Garrett Hardy. Batting 5th, the catcher Jonathan Schmitz. Batting 6th at third base is Landon Thompson. In left field, batting 7th is Chris Patton. Batting 8th, the center fielder Andrew Wolf. And batting 9th for Tarleton State is the shortstop Evan Robinson. There you see both head coaches meeting with the umpires, and there you see the Javelitos getting ready for game number 2. They are fired up to be here at Foster Field. The first time ever the Lone Star Conference Tournament has been held here, and we have a gorgeous day for baseball here in San Angelo. Temperatures in the mid to high 90s for the next few days here. We will be here until Tuesday until we crown a champion here for the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament Championship. All games you can watch online here at LoneStarConference.org, and the championship game will be on Tuesday on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. The championship game will be at 1 o'clock, and if need be, 5 o'clock on that Tuesday. We're getting ready for first pitch here between Tarleton State and Texas A&M Kingsville. Let's take a look at the both starting pitchers today. First for Kingsville, it'll be Zachary Pettiford on the mound here for the Javelinas. He's 5-1 this season, making his 11th appearance. This is start number 9 for Pettiford. He has an ERA of 3.88. He's pitched in 48 2/3 innings worth of work, giving up 53 hits, 25 runs. 21 of those runs are earned, 39 strikeouts, and only 10 walks this year for Zach Pettiford. There you see, takes the mound, getting ready for his warm-up pitches, and his counterpart this afternoon pitching for Tarleton State will be Pete Perez. Pete Perez this year for the Texans, 7-3 and 11 starts, a 2.44 ERA. Pete Perez, 73 2/3 innings worth of work, 69 strikeouts, 14 walks. Pete Perez has given up 55 hits, 27 runs. 20 of those runs are earned. So Ryan Small, the second baseman, will lead things off here for Tarleton State. Just a couple years ago, this Tarleton State program in 2010, right around when head coach Brian Conger kind of took over, right when he started to make his impact on this program. In 2010, they finished above 500 for the first time in 7 years. And of course, last year won a school record 35 games. So Ryan Small leading things off here for Tarleton State. Small this year, 327 average, 9 home runs in the leadoff spot, and 42 home runs. Takes the first pitch, hits him on the elbow, just barely, but the leadoff man is aboard here, just underway in the top of the first. That brings up Noah Ringenberger. Defensively for the Javelinas, from left field to right, Tallerine is in left. As Pettiford gets ready to deliver the first pitch, it is in there to Noah Ringenberger. And in center field is Trent Wagner for Kingsville. Throw over to first. Small gets back to the bag safely. Right field is Cameron Dolnick. From third to first, James Black, Mario Siller, Ben Villafuerte. At first is James Wallace behind the plate catching Jakeman Delia. And Pettiford is on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Noah Ringenberger. One ball, 2 strikes to Ringenberger. This year, 335 average, 3 home runs and 28 RBI. Small on at first. Another throw over. Small gets back to the bag safely. He is a threat to steal. 11 stolen bases and 17 attempts this year. That is the 3rd most stolen bases on this Texans team. Fouled off there, stays the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tarleton State has a team batting 300. That is 4th best in the conference. They are first in home runs, though, with 37. Another throw. Small lunges back to the bag safely. This Javelinas team, though, pitching Team RA, their first with a 3.44 ERA. Runner goes, the throw is high, and sliding in safely feet first is Ryan Small for his 12th stolen base this season. So the Texans get a runner in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Noah Ringenberger. Javelinas have the fewest walks, 2nd fewest walks in conference play, and they have the most strikeouts. That ball is lifted in foul territory on the left side. James Black, the third baseman, makes the catch. 1 down. One out, 1 on for the DH, Blake Salguero. Salguero batting .340, 10 home runs and 36 RBIs. Second team all-conference selection. Again a throw. Small gets back to the bag safely. Salguero's .340 average is 16th in the Lone Star Conference. His 10 home runs is first. Attended Cisco Community College from 07 to 08 and attended San Diego State from 2008 to 2011. Takes a first pitch ball, 1-0 to Salguero. 1-0 pitch from Pettiford. Finds the strike zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. One 1 pitch is hammered pretty deep towards center field. Wagner goes back at the warning track, bounces high off the top of the wall. Small rounds third. He will score easily standing up on a frozen rope RBI double off the bat of Blake Salguero. It's 1-0. Texans in front of the Javelinas. For Salguero, that is his 12th double this year, RBI number 37. These walls are about 15 to 20 feet, and that almost was a home run. Dead center field here at Foster Field, 395. Down the lines, 325. First pitch to Garrett Hardy, high and away for ball 1. That ball was just crushed. Missed being a home run by a couple feet. Garrett Hardy batting .316, takes a healthy hack there, fouls it off, 1-1. 6 home runs, 36 RBIs this year for Garrett Hardy. Player of the Week back on April 30th, just a few days ago. He had .478 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. Crushes that one deep to left field. It's gone. An absolute bomb from Garrett Hardy. It's 3-0. Tarleton State, the 7th home run this year for Hardy, and his 37th and 38th RBI. Wow. Absolute no doubt at all. And Zachary Pettiford already has a visit on the mound here from the pitching coach, Rick Hines. 3-0 on 2 hits here in the top of the first. Texas A&M Kingsville did not go with Jaden Dillon this afternoon. Dillon 8-1, started 12 games. It was Zach Pettiford making his 9th start this year. He's 5-1 with a 3.88 ERA, but he's already given up 3 runs here in the top of the first. First pitch in the dirt to the new batter, Jonathan Schmitz, the catcher. One ball, 1 strike. Zachary Pettiford, 2nd team all-conference selection this year. Played 1 year at San Diego Mesa Community College and Grossmont Community College. Down in the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike to Jonathan Schmitz. Fouled fouls that one off, even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schmidt's .315 average, 2 home runs, and 19 RBIs. Schmidt's mom, Rose, played basketball at Texas Tech. Swing and a miss there. First strikeout for Pettiford. Nice to see from him responding from giving up the 2-run home run to Garrett Hardy. Responds by striking out Jonathan Schmitz for the second out. Landon Thompson, first pitch swinging. Hits one high in the air to right. Cameron Dolnig makes the catch for the third and final out. But what a top of the first it was for the Texans. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we move to the bottom of the first, Texans in front 3-0. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to Foster Field, bottom of the first. Tarleton State in front 3-0 over Texas A&M Kingsville. Real quick, we have a softball update right here at San Angelo, Texas as well. Angelo State and Texas Women's University are tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th there in the South Central Regionals, which is also being held here at San Angelo. So a lot going on here in the Lone Star Conference all around the place. We got track and field going on as well today in Commerce, Texas. Baseball and softball. Joe Tallerine, the left fielder, will lead things off here for the Javelinas. Already in a hole, down 3-0. Pete Perez begins his windup and his first pitch to Tallerine. Ball 1. Pete Perez has been phenomenal this year. 7 wins, 3 losses, 2.44 ERA, 69 strikeouts, 14 walks this year for the Texans. His 1-0 pitch right down the middle, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tallerine 276. No home runs and 6 RBIs this year for the Javelinas. Sends one in the air towards left center field. Andrew Wolf makes the catch, ranging over to his right, 1 down. Brings up the second baseman, Ben Villafuerte. Villafuerte, 283 average, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs this year. Takes a first pitch strike. Villafuerte's second team all-conference last year. Hit .321 with 16 RBIs. 0-1 from Perez. Is shot foul out of play right side. Perez is in front, no balls and 2 strikes to Villafuerte. Pete Perez throws a fastball, changeup, and an occasional curveball. Brian Conger wants him to go at least 7 or 8 innings and hopefully put it in the hands of Britt Robertshaw, the closer here for Tarleton State. 1 ball, 2 strikes down to Villafuerte. In the dirt, now even 2-2. Brian Conger says he's planning on throwing the kitchen sink at Kingsville here this afternoon, desperately trying to win this first game. Now full count after being ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Now full to Ben Villafuerte. Here's the payoff pitch. Bounce to the left side. Robinson gloves and his throw over in time. 2 outs for Taylor Tasca coming up. Taylor Tasca, .330 average. 5 homers, 27 RBIs. First pitch from Perez, a big swing, fouls it off. And you can hear it hit that net behind home plate. Taylor Tasca, honorable mention Lone Star Conference this year. Missed all of last year with an injury. 0-1 from Perez, a little low, 1-1. But Tasca, as a freshman on the mound, he had a school record 9 saves. One pitch popped up, strike 2. Jason Gonzalez, the head coach for the Javelinas in his 4th year. He played at the University of Texas, Blinn Community College, and Louisiana Lafayette. 3rd year in a row to make it here to the Lone Star Conference tournament. Tip foul, stays the same, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Texans put 3 runs on the board in the top half of this inning. Kingsville just searching for their first hit. 1-2 pitch, close, a little low, 2-2. The 2-2 from Perez popped up out of play, stays the same. Pete Perez, first team all-conference this year. Pitcher of the week on February 7th, March the 6th, and March 26th, and April 30th. A lot of reasons why he's first team all-conference. His 2-2 curveball, chopped foul. We'll do it again. First time he was pitcher of the week on February 7th. He went 6 innings, only had 1 hit, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. On March the 6th, he won 8 shutout innings against Cameron with 10 strikeouts. His 2-2 curveball, a little high and tight, full count. On the 26th of March, 7 shutout innings against West Texas A&M. Only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He's got 69 strikeouts total this year, 2nd in the conference. That ball's ripped pretty deep towards right field. Ringenberger makes a diving catch at the warning track. Are you kidding me? What a catch in right field by Noah Ringenberger. And in the bottom of the first, Texas A&M Kingsville goes down 1-2-3. It's 3-0 Tarleton State in front of Texas A&M Kingsville. Ringenberger slow getting up, but he is okay as he will jog off the field on his own power. Gets a standing ovation. But what a catch. 3-0 we go to the top of the 2nd. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
3-0, Texans lead. The Javelinas, Graham Doty here at Foster Field in the top of the second. Bottom third of the lineup for Tarleton State. Chris Patton, the left fielder, takes a first pitch strike from Zach Pettiford. Chris Patton this year, .270 average, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. There's a line drive, base hit, right back up the middle. The hit parade continues for Tarleton State. Brings up the center fielder, Andrew Wolf. Wolf this year, .317. No home runs, but 33 RBIs. Shows bunt a little low. Snap throw to first. Patton dives back in safely. This Tarleton State team, they do like to steal bases. Third in the conference was 70. Showing bunt again is Wolf. Bunts one first base side, foul. He'll have to go back to the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. The Javelinos, they're pretty good defensively. Third in the conference in fielding percentage. Third fewest errors, 76 errors this year. Wolf, honorable mention Lone Star Conference this year. He was the player of the week on March 19th. Good eye there. 2-1. Wolf went 11 of 15 at the plate with 10 RBIs against Eastern New Mexico and being named the player of the week. (2-1). That one is in there, even 2 balls and 2 strikes. So more than likely, Wolf will not be bunting anymore here. Patton on at first, top of the second. Texans lead 3-0 over the Javelinas. He's still showing bunt. Bunt's a good one, first base side. Medina gloves though over in time. Wolf does a fantastic job with 2 strikes. Lays down a great bunt to move Patton to second base. Brings up the shortstop and number 9 batter, Evan Robinson. Robinson this year, .288, no home runs and 21 RBIs. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. Pettiford finds the strike zone there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Texans, can they add on to their lead? They put 3 up in the top of the first. Runner in scoring position here, the 1-1 from Pettiford. A little low, 2 balls, 1 strike to Evan Robinson. 10 sack bunts this year. A freshman from Flower Mound, Texas. Was a team captain for his high school baseball team. The 2-1 runs inside. 3-1 to Robinson. Already 1 game was played today. In corner, Word knocked off West Texas A&M 4-1. One more after this one as the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. The count is full. But Angelo State, Abilene Christian will play at 7 o'clock later tonight. So the loser of this game will face off against West Texas A&M. And the winner of this game will play the winner of the game later tonight. Hit right at the third baseman, James Black. What a play by Black. Kind of look what I found over there at third base, 2 down. Top of the order for Tarleton State, Ryan Small. Was hit by a pitch, stole second, scored a run. A little bit everything in that first inning for Ryan Small. First pitch swinging, skies one to center field. Wagner has all day to settle underneath it, makes the catch for the third and final out. So Chris Patton gets a leadoff single. He's left stranded at second base. But Tarleton State still leads 3-0 as we cruise to the bottom of the second. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Jake Mendiola, the catcher for the Javelinas, gets things going. 3-0. Tarleton State in front. Pete Perez from the windup. First pitch is a slow roller to the shortstop. Robinson floats one to first. 1 down. Brings up the right fielder, Cameron Dolnig. Had a chance to talk to the head coach for the Javelinas, Jason Gonzalez. He said Cameron Dolnig has been a very pleasant surprise this year for Kingsville. Batting .377, 2 home runs and 24 RBIs. That one goes inside, ball 1. Cameron Dolnig, first team all-conference, was the co-conference player of the year. 1-0 pitch outside. It's 2-0. Dolnig had a 21-game hitting streak that was snapped on the last game of the regular season. He's been the player of the week a bunch of times this year. As the 2-0 upstairs, 3-0. Dolnig player of the week 3 times, February 15th, April 10th, and April 23rd. .377 average, is 5th in the conference. He played 2 years at Western Carolina. The 3-0 outside, a 4-pitch walk, the first walk this afternoon for Pete Perez. Cameron Dolnig got to campus at Texas A&M Kingsville in January. And baseball-wise, that's not a lot of time at all. season starts February, March. Didn't have much time, but co-player of the year here in the Lone Star Conference. Trent Wagner, the new batter, the center fielder. 1 out, 1 on. Javelina's down by 3 runs. Fouls it off, first strike 1. Wagner this year, .315 average, 4 home runs, and 20 RBIs. Wagner last year only hit .229 with 9 RBIs. 0-1 is in the dirt. Evening things at a ball and a strike. Wagner had a fantastic freshman year, .315 with 25 RBIs. Lettered 4 sports in high school. A junior from Victoria, Texas. Bounces 1 foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wagner went to Memorial High School in Victoria. Also is an Eagle Scout. So a little bit of everything for Trent Wagner. The 1-2 from Perez. Fouled off, stays the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the 5th time this season these two teams have played each other. The Javelinas swept a 4-game series over Tarleton State at Tarleton State earlier this year. Javelinas hold the all-time series record, 44 wins, 43 losses. So almost even. The count's now even 2-2. These two teams meeting in game number 2 here in the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament. Last time they played in the tournament, it's been a while. 1998 was the last time they faced each other in the tournament. 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive right at the shortstop. Robinson throws it to first to double up. Cameron Dolnig. Wow, a 6-3 double play to end the bottom of the second. A Tarleton State 3-0 lead as we move to the top of the 3rd. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major
And take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose Division II.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
Welcome back. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Tarleton State leading 3-0 over Texas A&M Kingsville. Noah Ringenberger, the right fielder for the Texans, takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Ringenberger 0 for 1, popped out on the infield last time up. .01 from Pettiford, 1-1. Brian Conger, Stephenville native, played baseball at Tarleton State, now the head coach. That ball's chopped foul, 1-2. But said he had a lot of family considerations. You know, has kids, wanted to come back here or go back to Tarleton State, go back to Stephenville, so he can be around his family. Kids can have grandparents around every day. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It stays to Noah Regenberger. But also wanted to kind of put Tarleton State back on the map. Said big motivation. They're kind of disrespected by some of these other players in the conference when he first got there. Not the case anymore. There's a second strikeout for Pettiford. First out here in the top of the third. Score update in softball. Angelo State now leads Texas women's 5-2 in the 8th inning there. So Angelo State trying to advance in the South Central region. 0-1 to Blake Sergero, the DH. 1 for 1 with an RBI double back in the first. Oh-1. Curveball sweeps away. 1-1. One pitch off the plate, 2-1. Brian Conger believes his squad is playing better now than when they played the Javelinas earlier in the season. 3-1 the count now to Zagiro. He said, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink, everything we got at the Javelinas, and we'll work from there after this game. Full count now to Zagiro. Ball's lifted pretty deep towards left field. Tallerin goes back, and it is gone. The second home run today for the Texans. This one off the bat of Blake Zagiro. He's got a double and a home run. His third RBI, and it's 4-0. Texans in front of the Javelinas. Brings up Garrett Hardy. Hardy today smoked a home run to left center field back in the first. Bounces that one to third off the chest of Black. The throw over, not in time from the shortstop, Stiller. And Hardy is aboard. Brings up the catcher, Jonathan Schmitz. Schmitz, just a freshman from College Station, Texas. Takes a first pitch, ball one, a little bit too high. Coach Conger says Schmitz is one of 3 freshmen that have been a pleasant surprise for him this year. That one skied towards center field. Trent Wagner makes the catch, 2 down. It's been a pleasant surprise because the Texans are kind of beat up. They got 4 players that require surgery, season-ending surgery, but they're all still playing. So Ryan Small, who is a catcher, now playing second base this year. Small went up to Coach Conger and volunteered. Coach, I'll do whatever it is you need me to do. Coach Conger put him at second base. And both Small and Schmitz have had outstanding years. New batter here, the third baseman, Landon Thompson, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. They do rule Hardy over there at first. Reached on an error by the third baseman. He goes here. The pitch is a strike. The throw almost goes in the right field. Sliding in safely is Hardy with second stolen base today for the Texans. And for Garrett Hardy, that is stolen base number 18. That is the most for Tarleton State this year. Runner in scoring position. There's one shot to the gap, left center field. Wagner ranging over, makes the catch on the run for the third and final out. The Texans put one more run on the board here. A solo home run down the left field line from Blake Seguero. 4-0 we go to the bottom of the third. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Launch yourself into the future of technology at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. When you experience the Eastern Way, you'll experience a state-of-the-art computer center, full access to the internet in classrooms and residence halls, college credit instructional TV courses in different cities and high schools, even student-produced programs on Eastern's own public radio and TV stations. For registration information or how to get launched aboard one of Eastern's 60 undergraduate and graduate majors, call 1-800-4ENMU.
Welcome back here to Foster Field. Pete Perez still on the mound for Tarleton State, facing the bottom third for Kingsville, 7, 8, 9. James Black, the third baseman, making his first plate appearance this afternoon. Black this year, 305, 2 home runs, 31 RBIs. First pitch from Perez. Skies it. Foul territory right side. This is playable. Garrett Hardy almost makes an unbelievable basket catch just out of his reach by a couple of inches. And James Black will get another opportunity here. There is action in the Javelinas bullpen down the left field line. Adam Osbus warming up down there. 0-1 pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike to James Black. Second team all-conference this year. He was the player of the week back on April the 2nd. Looks at ball number 2. James Black, he went over a month without 1 hit. Over a month without 1 hit. And then all of a sudden, he woke up and went 8 for 13, which is one of the reasons why he was the player of the week on April the 2nd. Even count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Played 2 years at Hill Community College. A 2-2 from Perez. Curveball that is chopped foul. Stays the same. James' dad, Johnny, played baseball at Blinn Community College right here in Texas. 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count. Third full count today for Pete Perez. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, the first strikeout today for Pete Perez. 1 down. First baseman James Wallace. 276 average for Wallace with 4 home runs and 20 runs batted in. First pitch from Perez. hits the inside corner for strike one. Wallace played 2 years at Pears Community College. He was first team all conference. 0-1 pitch, swung at one out of the zone, down in the count, 0-2. But Wallace took a medical redshirt at Southern Arkansas, never played there. Now playing here for Texas A&M Kingsville. 0-2 pitch, high and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes to James Wallace. He's got a brother also on the team, Clint. One-two from Pete Perez is lifted pretty deep towards right center field. Andrew Wolf settles underneath it, makes the catch, 2 down. Tell you what, Pete Perez is cruising so far. Only 1 runner has reached base. Cameron Dolnig walked in the second, but Pete Perez has only faced 8 batters so far because Trent Wagner lined into a double play. A shortstop, Mario Siller, takes a fastball, strike one. One-oh pitch, shows bunt. The ball hits his bat, so he's down in the count. Mario has a brother, Renee, that played baseball at the University of Iowa. Oh-2 pitch from Perez. Swatted foul, stays the same. No balls, 2 strikes. This is a Javelina's team. They've had to deal with much more than any team should ever have to go through. As the 0-2 pitch from Perez is bounced to the third baseman, Landon Thompson. Throw over, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Pete Perez has faced 9 batters. And as we move to the top of the 4th, Tarleton State in front 4-0. I'll finish the story over Texas A&M Kingsville when we come back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
New pitcher on the mound for Texas A&M Kingsville. There you see their biggest fan there camping out with a flag. New pitcher taking over for Zachary Pettiford is Adam Auspis. 7 wins, 3 losses. Showing bunt here is Chris Patton. Drops a good one. Auspis falls down. An infield bunt single for Chris Patton, his 2nd single today. But the final line for Zachary Pettiford, 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Auspis this year has an ERA of 2.88, 7 wins, 3 losses, making his 15th appearance. He's pitched in 68 and 2/3 innings worth of work, 71 runs, 71 hits, 32 runs. That one's popped up into foul territory behind home plate. 32 runs, 22 of those runs are earned, 52 strikeouts, and 13 walks this year for Auspice. No balls, 1 strike to the batter, Andrew Wolf. Top of the 4th, Tarleton State leading 4-0 with Chris batting on first. Wolf tried to bunt again. I believe he fouled it off. He did. No balls, 2 strikes. Doesn't matter to Wolf, though. He laid down a sacrifice bunt with 2 strikes last time in the 2nd. Auspice from the stretch. Fires an 0-2 pitch home. Popped up out of play, first base side. But this Texas A&M Kingsville team, they dedicated this season to Travis Madden, who unfortunately passed away on December 11th earlier this year. Travis Madden, high expectations, high school single-season record for strikeouts and no-hitters. As the 0-2 pitch hit right at the shortstop. Siller, this could be 2. There's 1 to throw over in time for the 6-4-3 double play ball. The first double play this afternoon for Texas A&M Kingsville. Brings up the shortstop, Evan Robinson, who's 0 for 1. He takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner. But Jason Gonzalez says that's one of those things where it makes you realize what's important in life. He says baseball's just a game. It is not a matter of life or death. But he says certainly, unfortunately, we had to deal with a death, and that's something I wouldn't want to wish upon any team or anybody. As the 0-2 pitch is bounced to Villafuerte, throws it on the run for the 3rd and final out. Only 3 batters step up to the plate for the Texans in the top of the 4th. As we move to the bottom of the 4th, Texans in front 4-0. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
What is Javelina Pride? It's learning by doing research. It's tailgating before the big game. It's being part of a world-respected engineering program. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina Pride. Find out more at tamuk.edu.
What makes WT Athletics unique?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
And so do you.
Yes, we have great facilities and championship programs, but it's the people that set us apart.
It's me and it's you.
Without our athletes and without our donors, we are just an organization. An organization without a cause,
without a voice,
and without a purpose. Thank you for supporting the Buffalo Club.
For more information, please visit GoBuffsGo.com. Go Buffs!
Welcome back. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. It's the bottom of the 4th. Tarleton State leading Texas A&M Kingsville 4-0. Top of the order here for the Javelinas. The left fielder, Joe Tallerine, 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field. First pitch from Perez. Tallerine shows bunt. He did go around. Strike 1. Oh, 1 swung on and missed, strike 2. The Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas, the only school in the country named the Javelinas. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3 as the catcher Schmitz applies the tag just to be safe. Second strikeout tonight for Pete Perez. 1 down for Ben Villafuerte. But the logo, if you have ever seen the Javelinas logo, it is kind of similar to a pig or a hog as that ball's lifted in right field. Ringenberger makes the catch on the run at the warning track. Nice range by Noah Ringenberger out there in right. 2 down, base is empty for the DH, Taylor Tasco. But a javelina, to be specific, is not a pig, hog, or wild boar. Believe it or not, it is a distant relative to a hippo. First pitch is hammered through the left side of the infield for a 2-out base hit for Taylor Tasca. That's the first hit today for the Javelinas. Brings up the catcher, Jake Mendiola, 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Javelina, first team all conference this year. 345 average, is 14th best in the conference. Takes the first pitch, strike there. Mendiola played 2 years at South Carolina Sumter. He is originally from Kingsville and went to Kingsville schools until the 8th grade at throw to first, but there is a balk that's been called on Pete Perez, and the Javelinas get their first runner in scoring position today. Now for Perez, that is only his second balk this season. So can Mendiola come through with a 2-out RBI here, as Brian Conger had a quick word with the second base umpire. I mean quick, maybe 5 seconds. Now he's walking back to the dugout already. So Jake Mendiola, no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on, bottom of the 4th. Texans leading by 4 runs. Oh-1, low and in the dirt, breaking for third is Tasca. The throw to third, not in time. Tasca slides in safely. Very aggressive on the bases in this inning is Taylor Tasca. Now the first run of the game just 90 feet away for the Javelinas. Mendiola 345, 34 RBIs this year. The 1-1 a little low. 2 balls and 1 strike. But in case you're wondering about the Javelinas, they weigh up to 55 pounds. They're found right here in Texas, Mexico, Central and South America. There's a big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch on the way here from Pete Perez. Deuces are wild here at Foster Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Texans in front, 4-0. And Jake Mendiola trying to drive in the first run today for Kingsville. Here's the 2-2, fought off. Let's do it one more time. Tasca is only the second base runner today. Pete Perez been mowing through these Javelina batters. The 2-2 pitch bounced to third. Thompson bobbles it, a run will score. Everybody's safe. That should be an error on the third baseman. Landon Thompson. 4-1. Kingsville trims it to a 3-run lead. Still no ruling yet on Thompson. New batter, though, is Cameron Dolnig. First pitch swinging, shoots one in the gap towards left center field, drops in. Hard turn at second, but staying put is Mendiola. So with 2 outs here, the Javelinas have something cooking. And Pete Perez, now joined by his teammates and his head coach, Brian Conger, on the mound. Got off to a very promising start for Perez here in the bottom of the 4th. Struck out the first batter, Joe Tallerine. Then he got Ben Villafuerte to fly out to right. Taylor Tasca reached on a single, moved to second on a balk, stole third base, and Jake Mendiola reached on an error by the third baseman, Landon Thompson. Now Cameron Dolnig singled. He's on first. And now that brings up the center fielder, Trent Wagner. Wagner lined into a double play to win the 2nd inning. Represents the tying run at the plate here. Perez now from the stretch. Fires the first pitch home, upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0, fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike. Each of these teams looking to advance, as the loser of this game will play West Texas A&M at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And the winner of this game will play the winner of the last game today, Angelo State or Abilene Christian. The 1-1 in there, strike 2. Tarleton State won 7 games in a row. They've won this thing twice. Been in the championship game 4 times. Here's the 1-2 from Perez. Fouled off. Stays the same. The Javelinas, they're just trying to win a game here in this tournament. The last 2 years, they went 0-2 in their first 2 games. They have won this thing 3 times. They've been there 3 times, and they won it all 3 times. Most recently back in 2008. Just a little low, 2-2. Great eye from Trent Wagner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th. Javelinas have already placed 1 run on the board. Can they put more? The 2-2 to Wagner. Swung on and missed. Throw down to first. And it's a strikeout with a 2-3 attachment put on the end of it. 3rd strikeout tonight for Pete Perez. He gets out of the jam. It's 4-1. Tarleton State still in front over the Javelinas as we move to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Texas in front of the Javelinas. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. It's the top of the fifth and top of the order for the Texans. Ryan Small gets hit again for the second time today, both on first pitches. That one just barely grazed him on the left shin. Brings up the right fielder, Noah Ringenberger. Throw to first. Small retreats back to the bag safely. He does already have one stolen base today, and he certainly is a threat to steal. 12 of 18 in that category this year. First pitch runs outside for ball one. Zachary Pettiford only lasted 3 innings. Osbus now on the mound for the Javelinas. Another throw over. Small gets back to the bag safely. Look at that mustache on Adam Osbus. That is phenomenal. Another throw over, and Small just gets back to the bag safely. It appears to be blonde hair, dyed blonde hair, and a phenomenal mustache. Runner goes, hit right at the third baseman, Black, and he doubles up Ryan Small. And in the blink of an eye, the bases are empty for Blake Seguero. Seguero has been a one-man wrecking crew. A double and a home run already in this game. And he gets nailed in the hip there on the first pitch. Already the second hit batter for Osbus. Brings up Garrett Hardy. Hardy today, he ripped a home run, a 2-run home run in the first, reached on an error in the third. 2 outs, 1 on. Texans in front by 3 runs. First pitch strike to Garrett Hardy. Coach Conger told me that Hardy has been dealing with knee problems pretty much all season, and it will require surgery, but he's still battling and playing this whole season here for the Texans. Hardy batting .316. He started every game, all 42 games, 6 home runs and 36 RBIs. Now up to 7 home runs. He gets punched down on 3 pitches right there by Osbus. His first strikeout. And it's 4-1 still as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament.
The reason why I came to Texas A&M Commerce is because my home is in North Texas, out there by Plano and Frisco, and it's basically just an hour and a half away. I feel like track and field can relate to any major, whether you're a business major, education major, sociology major. I feel like track or any athletics teaches you the qualities, of leadership, which is very important inside the business world. It also gives you a lot of, ethics and values. It teaches you to be competitive, which you do have to be in the real world, because everybody knows the real world is not easy. My major is marketing, so one of the things I've always wanted to do was work for either a magazine or some kind of a sports like the Dallas Mavericks, maybe the Cowboys, and be part of their marketing promotions team, and eventually work my way up to CEO level. One of my instructors I feel like have really made a difference was Jennifer Flanagan. Every time she comes to class, she's always energetic, ready to teach the class. She's always there for the students no matter what. I feel like I've always been a business-oriented person, so CEO and working for a marketing team has always been one of my dreams.
Welcome back to Foster Field. It's the bottom of the 5th. Texans leading the Javelinas 4-1. First pitch from Pete Perez to James Black is fouled off for strike 1. Black 0 for 1 with a strikeout, one of 3 strikeout victims so far this afternoon for Perez. Black, second team all-conference selection this year. The 0-1 floats away, 1-1. Black 305 average, 2 homers and 31 runs batted in. Shoots one pretty hard, but right at the second baseman Small. Throws it over, 1 down. James Wallace steps in for the second time today, 0 for 1 with a flyout to center field. That softball is final, 5-2. Angelo State knocks off the Pioneers of Texas Women's University. So Angelo State has won their first 2 games as they are the 1 seed in the South Central Regional. 0-1 to Wallace. So Texas Women's University will play the winner of St. Edward's and Missouri Western State tomorrow at 8 o'clock. 1 ball, 1 strike to James Wallace. Other 2 softball teams in the Lone Star Conference, Incarnate Word and Abilene Christian, will play at 4 o'clock today, so they are playing right now. That one's bounced to the left side, deep in the hole. Robinson, the throw over, not in time, as Wallace beats out the throw on an infield single. 3rd hit today for the Javelinas. But both Incarnate Word and Abilene Christian lost in softball yesterday. Incarnate Word lost 3-1 to the host team, Central Oklahoma. Emporia State knocked off Abilene Christian 1-0. So unfortunately, one of those Lone Star Conference softball teams will be eliminated today. They're playing as we speak. No balls, 1 strike to the number 9 batter, the shortstop, Mario Siller. 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the 5th. Texans leading 4-1, a throw over to first. James Wallace gets back to the bag safely. 5 stolen bases this year. He's been caught twice. It's not just softball, though. Plenty of baseball teams trying to advance to the South Central Baseball Regional. That one skied out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Mario Siller. Right now, 3 teams are certainly in. Angelo State currently that number 3 team in the South Central. Texas A&M Kingsville, they're in right now. They're the 4 team. West Texas A&M, they are the 8 seed, but they lost this first game of this tournament today. So plenty of other teams like Tarleton State, who's 26-19 overall, knocking on the door of advancing to the South Central Regional. Texans trying to make a run here in this Lone Star Conference baseball tournament. Of course, if you win this thing, you automatically get to go to the South Central tournament. That ball is chopped foul, third base side. It stays 0-2 to Mario Siller, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the 3rd. So something to keep an eye on. Right now, the number 1 seed in the South Central is Central Missouri. They're 37-7 overall. St. Mary's, who a lot of these teams have played this year, number 2. That nasty curveball just missed a little high. It's 1-2. But St. Mary's is 41-8 in San Antonio, Texas. They're the number 2 seed right now as we speak in the South Central. 1-2 from Perez. Hard shot through the left side of the infield. Back-to-back singles for the Javelinas. More importantly, though, top of the order, tying run at the plate in Joe Tallerine. Tallerine 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, Pete Perez trying to get out of another jam here. First pitch home. Tallerine shows bunt. It was a curveball that dropped in for strike 1. Joe Tallerine played 2 years at Alvin Community College, where he hit .326 in the leadoff spot there. Also played football in high school. The 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Tallerine, a junior from Belleville, Texas. The 0-2 ripped into right field. Will it drop? It does. And rounding third, headed for home, is James Wallace. He will score. It's 4-2. Kingsville trims it to a 2-run lead thanks to an RBI single from Joe Tallerine. RBI number 38 for Tallerine. Siller moves to second base. Ben Villafuerte will step in, but Brian Conger again wants to talk things over with Pete Perez in his infield. No action in the bullpen for the Texans down that right field side. Go ahead and run now at the plate. Ben Villafuerte, 0 for 2, ground out, fly out. Siller on at second. Tallerine on at first. Still only 1 out. First pitch swinging, pops it up on the infield right side. Garrett Hardy makes the catch in foul territory. 2 down and a big timeout for Pete Perez. Brings up the DH, Taylor Tasco. 1 for 2. Singled and scored the first run of the day for the Javelinas back in the 4th. Missed the entire season last year. .330 hitter, 5 homers, 27 runs batted in. Swing to the first pitch, hits this one on the infield, this one to the left side. Third baseman Thompson makes the catch, and Pete Perez again gets out of another jam, only giving up 1 run. It's 4-2 as we head to the top of the 6th. Texans still in front. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one. You're watching the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shut Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
4-2. Texans leading the Javelinas. There you see the fabulous mustache of Adam Osbus as he faces the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. That might be a javelina on his face. First pitch is in there to Jonathan Schmitz for strike one. Schmitz today 0 for 2 strikeout, flyout. The 0-1. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Texans got off with a bang. 3 runs in the first. 2-run home run by Garrett Hardy in that first inning. And then a solo shot by Blake Salguero in the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jonathan Schmitz. Auspus pitch, foul tipped into the glove. Back-to-back strikeouts for Adam Auspus, the power of the stash. 1 down. Landon Thompson digs in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. There's a big swing and a miss. (0-1). Drills Thompson on the elbow. That's the 3rd hit batter for Auspus. Puts 1 on, 1 out. Brings up Chris Patton. Patton 2 for 2, 2 singles. Texans trying to increase their lead here, trying to hold off the Javelinas, who have scored at least 1 run the last 2 innings. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 1. Patton set out all of last year. Started in 37 games this year, batting .270 with 1 home run and 7 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. He rolls 1 foul. Now he's down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Patton, a sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. He was the team captain of his high school baseball squad. Looks at a filthy 0-2 breaking ball outside. They appealed a 3rd just to be safe. Didn't go around. 1 and 2. That was dirty. There you see head coach for the Texans, Brian Conger. Watching on his squad. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lifted pretty deep towards left field. Tallerin back. He's there. 2 down. Brings up Andrew Wolf, the center fielder. 0 for 1, sack bunt, and grounded into a double play. Coach Conger says really Andrew Wolf and Ryan Small, 2 of the leaders on this team. First pitch to Wolf. Drops in for strike 1. But he said Andrew Wolf has dealt with a lot this year. He's got cracked ribs. And he's still playing. Started 39 games this year. 0-1 pitch, roll to 3rd. Diving stop by Black. The throw over, not in time. It's an infield single. But what a stop at 3rd by James Black. He might have saved a run. Thompson to second. Wolf now on at first. That's his first hit. 6 hits today for the Texans. Brings up the shortstop, Evan Robinson. Hits him in the back of the left knee. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That's 2 hit batters in the inning for Adam Auspus. Javelinas did such a good job to cut it to 2. Now they need to stop the bleeding here with the bases loaded in the top of the order, and Ryan Small stepping up to the plate. First pitch swinging, hits one to center field. Wagner has the beat, makes the catch. And the Javelinas get out of a bases-loaded jam here in the top of the 6th. But the Texans still lead 4-2 as we move to the bottom of the 6th here at Foster Field. We'll be right back in the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
4-2, Tarleton State leading Texas A&M Kingsville. Heart of the order coming up here, though, for the Javelinas. Let's see if they can get something going here. First pitch strike to the catcher, Jake Mendiola. Mendiola 0 for 2. Reached on an error and grounded out to short. Pete Perez, his 0-1 offering, a curveball that drops in, strike 2. Pretty good pitch there from Perez. Mendiola, first team all-conference. Swings and misses. He goes down on 3 pitches. 4th strikeout today for Perez. Javelinas' 3rd year in a row to make this tournament. Part of the reason why is this guy, the right fielder, Cameron Dolnig, the co-conference player of the year. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Dolnig today, 1 for 1 single and a walk. 3-time player of the week. 5th in the conference in batting average. Takes one low there, 2 balls and no strikes to Cameron Dolnig. Jason Gonzalez says Dolnig is a very pleasant surprise because he transferred in so late. He knew he was good, but didn't know if he was going to be the player of the year. 2-1 now. Dolnig really didn't like that call there. Dolnig played at Western Carolina. School record, hit 25 hit by pitches in 1 single season. Also played a year at Navarro Community College. The 2-1 low. 3-1 to Dolnig. His dad, Daryl, played baseball at Trinity University. Javelinas, the 2 seed here in the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament. The 3-1 hits the outside corner. The count is full. The second game today, we got one more next. 7 o'clock first pitch between Angelo State, the number 1 seed, and the host team will take on Abilene Christian, the 6th seed. That ball is fouled off there. We'll do it again. This is the first time this tournament has been held here at Foster Field, home of the, well, of course, Angelo State and the San Angelo Colts, an independent league baseball team. They all pitch inside. There's the second walk from Pete Perez today. Both belong to Cameron Dolnig. Johnny Cash blares over the speakers here at Foster Field as Trent Wagner digs in on the right side. Throw over to first. Dolnig gets back to the bag safely. 12 of 15 this year in stolen base attempts. Wagner lined into a double play. Struck out in the 4th. Perez now from the stretch. First pitch, this could be 2. Small bobbles it. And everybody's safe. Ryan Small took his eyes off of it, wanted to do a little bit too much. Looked to second, looked to first, but he bobbled it twice. That's the second error against the Texans today. And for Small, on the season, that is error number 16. Dolnig to second. Wagner is aboard. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Third baseman James Black represents the go-ahead run. He's 0 for 2. Ground out, strikeout. Hammers that one back up the middle. This could be 2. Robinson steps on it, throws it over to first. There it is, a double play. Gets out of the inning. The second double play turn by this middle infield for Tarleton State. Texans still in front 4-2 as we go to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Top of the 7th as we approach the 5 o'clock hour here in San Angelo. First pitch swinging to the second baseman via Fuerte, 1 down. That was Noah Ringenberger. Grounds out 4-3. Brings up the DH Blake Seguero. 1 out. Top of the 7th. 4-2 Texans leading the Javelinas. Seguero has been aboard all 3 times. Double, home run, hit by pitch. Big swing and a miss there, strike 1. Blake Seguero, second team Lone Star Conference this year. Chops that one foul. Down in the count 0-2. leads the conference in home runs with 10. Played at San Diego State and Cisco Community College. Sports a .340 average. That's the 16th best in the conference. Good eye there. It's 1-2. Pops that one up right side. This might be playable. First baseman Wallace is there, and he makes the catch. What a play by James Wallace. Almost ran out of real estate. But made a nice over-the-shoulder catch. 2 down. Base is empty for Garrett Hardy. First pitch outside, ball 1. Brian Conger says one of the turning points this year for his squad was going on the road at Incarnate Word and splitting that series there with the Cardinals. So that's when his team knew, all right, we can do this. And they really felt like they should have won that series earlier this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garrett Hardy, who's 1 for 3. He had a 2-run bomb I don't think has landed yet in the first. Reached on an error and struck out. Fights that one off. So he's the same 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Keep working hard, bud.
Hardy only appeared in 19 games last year with 2 starts. Played 2 years at Western Texas Community College. 1-2 pitch, runs inside, 2-2. But Hardy this year, 42 starts, batting .316. 2-2 offering, swung on a miss, strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Auspus today. It's 4-2 as it's time to stretch here at Foster Field. We'll be back as you're watching the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible. Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible. Angelo State University.
Welcome back to the Lone Star Conference baseball tournament. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Tarleton State leading 4-2 over Texas A&M Kingsville. 8-9-1 batters for the Javelitas. The first baseman, James Wallace. 3rd plate appearance. 1 for 2, single, run scored, fly out. Ripped towards center field. Wolf chases it down. 1 out. Shortstop Mario Siller, 1 for 2, single and a ground now. Perez, deep breath. First pitch to Siller, curveball, high and tight, ball 1. Pete Perez played 2 years at American River Community College. Led them in strikeouts. A ton of strikeouts this year, 2nd in the Lone Star Conference. 2 balls and no strikes here, though, to Mario Siller. 4-2 Tarleton State. Outside. Rather, that one was in there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one offering from Perez. 2-2. Texans scored 3 runs in the first, 1 in the third. Kingsville answered with 1 in the fourth and 1 in the fifth. 2 home runs in this game, both belong to the Texans. 2-2 pitch, curveball. Checks the swing. He's out. Strikeout number 5 for Pete Perez. Two outs, base is emptied for the left fielder, Joe Tallerine. 1 for 3. Takes a first pitch, strike 1. Well, so far everything has gone to plan for head coach Brian Conger as far as throwing the kitchen sink at the Javelinas. A pitch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Tallerine. Going with one of his best pitchers, Pete Perez. Only allowed 2 runs on 5 hits so far. As a 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Tallerine. Perez aiming for his first 1-2 3 innings since the first 3 batters he faced way back in the first. His 1-2 pitch here, high and away, 2-2. Texas A&M Kingsville trying to make a run in this tournament. They haven't won a tournament game in 2 years. 2-2 pitch off the plate, outside. The count is full. But right now, the Javelinas would be in the South Central Regional Tournament, as would Angelo State. Everybody else trying to fight their way into that regional tournament. Here's the payoff pitch. We'll do it one more time. West Texas A&M is currently sitting in the 8th spot in the South Central. Almost all these teams playing. Tarleton State, Incarnate Word, Abilene Christian, all fighting for a spot as well. Payoff pitch, fouled off again. And Pete Perez is in a battle here with Joe Tallerine. But if you're somebody like Angelo State, currently in that 3 spot, they're trying to win this thing so they can be the #1 seed and host the South Central Regional Tournament. But they do need help. They need Central Missouri and St. Mary's to lose. There's ball 4. That was a battle, but Joe Tallerine wins it. The 3rd walk that Pete Perez has allowed this afternoon. Two outs, 1 on. Tying run at the plate in the second baseman, Ben Villafuerte. 0 for 3. Ground out, pop out, fly out. From the stretch, the first pitch home. Drips a little low, ball 1. Villafuerte, second team all-conference last year. Throw over to first. Close. But Tallerine gets back to the bag safely. 9 for 10 in that stolen base department this season. Pretty big lead at first, as you can see him behind the pitcher Perez in the shot there. Pitch misses in the dirt. It's 2-0 to Villafuerte. Second game today, we got one more. Angelo State, Abilene Christian will play tonight at 7 o'clock. We are here until Tuesday when the championship game will be aired on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Foul off 2-1 to Villafuerte. Popped up on the air, left side. Shortstop Evan Robinson is there, makes the catch for the third and final out. In the bottom of the seventh, the Javelinas leave Tarleton stranded on first as we move to the top of the eighth. Texans in front 4-2. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. Welcome back, 4-2. Tarleton State in front of Texas A&M Kingsville. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. The catcher, Jonathan Schmitz, gets things going here for the Texans. Looking for his first hit, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Takes the first pitch ball in the dirt. The 1-0, a big swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tarleton State, they were the junior Aggies at first. But back in 1924, Coach W.J. Wisdom held a contest to see if he could change the name from junior Aggies to something else. The winner of this contest would receive $5. But Coach W.J. Wisdom was walking around campus one day, and he came up with the name Plowboys. Came up with a name all by himself, and he didn't have to pay anybody the $5. Plowboys lasted as the official nickname until 1961. And then there was a student vote in 61, and the students picked Texans. 2-2 to Jonathan Schmitz. Runs inside, full count. So Adam Osbus came in the fourth after starter Zach Pettiford went 3 innings. He pitched okay, 4 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Payoff pitch, chop foul, stays the same. Just that one big inning, that top of the first, was brutal for the Javelinas because the Texans scored 3 runs, gave up an RBI double, and then a 2-run home run off the bat of Garrett Hardy. Payoff pitch is rolled foul. Stays the same. 3 strikeouts so far for Adam Auspis. Payoff pitch is ripped pretty deep towards left field. Tarleton goes back, and he can't make the catch. Rounding first set for second with a leadoff double is Jonathan Schmitz, who continues to torch the ball here for Tarleton State today. That is double number 5 this year for Schmitz. Brings up the third baseman, Landon Thompson. 0 for 2. 2 flyouts hit by a pitch. Showing bunt here, drops 1 foul. Third base side, strike 1. Texans looking for some late insurance here in the top of the 8th at Foster Field. Temperatures were set to be in the mid to high 90s. It's okay right now, as some clouds roll in. Still pretty sunny here though in San Angelo. Showing bunt and bunting 1 foul again is Thompson, down in the count, 0-2.
Come on, Adam. Still will.
Landon Thompson, team captain in high school. Showing bunt again with 2 strikes. Good eye there, 1 and 2. Thompson won the 2011 Texas League All-Star Weekend Home Run Derby. A freshman from Texas.
Come on, 1-9.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Schmitz on second base.
Oh, trust yourself right here, bud.
From the stretch, the 2-2.
Attaboy!
Strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Auspis, 1 down. Strikeout number 4 for Auspis, 6 total for the Javelinas today.
Oh boy, Adam!
Pitching change here for the Javelinas as Jason Gonzalez wants to bring in his 3rd pitcher this afternoon. We'll take a quick timeout, give you the final line for Adam Auspis, and give you the new info on the new pitcher. We'll be right back. It's 4-2, Texans leading the Javelinas. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 8th. We'll be right back.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
New pitcher on the mound for Texas A&M Kingsville is a southpaw, number 9, Jeremy Flores. He's a junior from Victoria, Texas. Went to Memorial High School. He comes in for Adam Auspis. Tough spot here, 1 out, 1 on. And so far this season for the Javelinas, Flores is 1-0, making his 24th appearance. He has an ERA of 3.42. He's pitched in 23 2/3 innings worth of work, 22 hits allowed, 11 runs. 9 of those runs are earned, 19 strikeouts and 13 walks this year for Jeremy Flores. He will be facing the left fielder, Chris Patton. Final line, though, for Adam Oswas, 4 1/3 innings worth of work. 4 strikeouts, no walks, and no runs. He did give up 2 hits. So Chris Patton, 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles. Jason Gonzalez playing the matchup here. Lefty versus lefty. First pitch from Flores. Sweeps across the plate for strike 1. Flores, honorable mention Lone Star Conference this year. Last year, he started out as the closer and moved into the starting rotation role towards the end of the year last year. He was 1-5 in 5 starts and 35 innings. He had 39 strikeouts and 14 walks last year. Has a 1-1 count now to Chris Patton. Patton, 270 average with 7 RBIs. Number 8 is standing on second base right now, and Jonathan Schmitz, who led this inning off with a double. The 1-1 drops in for strike 2. Winner of this game will go on to face the winner of Angelo State, Abilene Christian. The loser will play West Texas A&M tomorrow at noon. 1-2 pitch lifted into center field right at Trent Wagner. Makes the catch, 2 down. Andrew Wolf, the center fielder. 1 for 3. We'll have to wait again as Jason Gonzalez played the matchups and it worked in his favor. Now he brings in the 4th pitcher this afternoon for the Javelinas. We'll take another quick break. It's 4-2. Texans in front of the Javelinas. We'll be right back.
Launch yourself into the future of technology at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. When you experience the Eastern Way, you'll experience a state-of-the-art computer center, full access to the internet in classrooms and residence halls, college credit instructional TV courses in different cities and high schools, even student-produced programs on Eastern's own public radio and TV stations. For registration information or how to get launched aboard one of Eastern's 60 undergraduate and graduate majors, call 1-800-4ENMU.
What is Javelina Pride? It's learning by doing research. It's tailgating before the big game. It's being part of a world-respected engineering program. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina Pride. Find out more at tamuk.edu.
4-2. Tarleton State in front of the Javelinas. New pitcher on the mound here for Kingsville. Redshirt sophomore right-hander Denver Diefenbach from Victoria, Texas. So far this year, Diefenbach 1 win, 1 loss. 19th appearance out of the pen. 3.03 ERA. Diefenbach has pitched 32 2/3 innings, allowed 28 hits. 15 runs, 11 of those runs are earned. 17 strikeouts, 16 walks this year for Diefenbach. Flores just faces 1 batter, and he got Chris Patton to fly out to center field. So 2 outs. Jonathan Schmitz on at second when he led this inning off with a double. Texans trying to add on to their 2-run lead here. Andrew Wolf, 1 for 2, single, grounded into a double play, and had a sack bunt in the second inning. From the stretch, Diefenbach's first pitch upstairs. Ball 1. Pitch to Wolf. Inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Diefenbach made the honorable mention team this year, was the pitcher of the week on April the 10th. His .303 ERA is 11th best in the conference. He missed all of last year, too, with an injury. 1-1 pitch, slap foul, 1-2. Got to pay attention if you're in the Texans dugout there on the first base side. There you see the ball right there. Smiling ear from ear. That is Blake Segario. Look what I got. Souvenir there. One-two pitch. Popped up, fouling out of play. Long run for James Wallace. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 4-2. Texans leading the Javelinas. Game number 2 here in the Lone Star Conference Tournament. Diefenbach, a couple years ago, made 13 appearances out of the bullpen. 1-2 pitch, line drive, base hit into right field. They send him home. Rounding third, this is Schmitz, and he will stay put at third. Held up at the last second. So runners on the corners here for the Texans with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Evan Robinson. Nobody in the bullpen for the Texans. They want to stick with Pete Perez. And Pete Perez is hoping Evan Robinson comes away with a base hit here. Looks at a first pitch, ball 1. Robinson 0 for 2. Line out, ground out, hit by a pitch. That one runs inside. It's 2-0. .288 average, 21 RBIs. The 2-0 pitch, that one hits the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Robinson. Wind blowing slightly out towards left center field. Pretty day here in San Angelo, Texas. 2-1 offering. Fouled off, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Texans trying to win their 8th game in a row. 2-2 pitch, low and in the dirt, runner goes. Wolf gets to second base safely. Now 2 runners in scoring position here for Tarleton State. 2 outs, top of the 8th. 2-run Texans lead. 3 of those runs came in the first. 1 a solo shot in the third from Blake Segario. Payoff pitch. Slap foul. Stays the same. Robinson, a freshman from Flower Mound, Texas. One of 3 freshmen that's had to play a lot this year. for Brian Conger. Payoff pitch in the dirt, ball four, bases are loaded. First walk for the pitching staff today for the Javelinas, and it goes to Diefenbach. So Diefenbach, that's one thing he's kind of struggled with this year. He now has 17 strikeouts and 17 walks. He's got a good ERA. Hasn't allowed a lot of hits or runs. Got to slow down those walks. First pitch strike here to Ryan Small. His 5th plate appearance. 2 flyouts to center field, hit by a pitch twice as well. Diefenbach's pitch is hammered foul. Third base side, it's 1-1. Small played 2 years at Midland Community College, where he was first team all-conference last year when he hit .409 with 22 RBIs. 1-1 pitch from Diefenbach, swung on and missed. 1-2 to Small. Small's just done a little bit of everything. 45 runs scored, third best in the conference. 42 RBIs, third best in the conference. Third most doubles, 9 home runs, is second in total bases. Just a monster. 1-2 curveball, a little bit high. 2-2. Diefenbach certainly wanted that one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Texans can break this thing open with a base knock here. 2-2 pitch upstairs, full count. Back-to-back full counts for Diefenbach. Infield deep, outfield deep. Payoff pitch, strike 3 call. A huge strikeout for Diefenbach with the bases loaded, and it remains 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. What a great game this is turning out to be, coming down to the wire. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
What makes WT Athletics unique?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do. And so do you.
Yes, we have great facilities and championship programs, but it's the people that set us apart.
It's me and it's you.
Without our athletes and without our donors, we are just an organization. An organization without a cause,
without a voice,
and without a purpose. Thank you for supporting the Buffalo Club.
For more information, please visit GoBuffsGo.com. Go Buffs!
Pete Perez still on the mound here in the bottom of the 8th as Britt Robertshaw is warming up in the bullpen in right field for Tarleton State. But Pete Perez has been phenomenal today. 5 strikeouts, 5 hits, and 2 runs so far. Facing the heart of the order, though, 3-4-5 for the Javelinas. The DH Taylor Tasco. 1 for 3, takes a first pitch strike. Tasca singled and scored a run in the fourth. 0-1 curveball, floats in, strike two. There you see Brian Conger. This couldn't have gone any better so far. He wanted Perez to go 7 or 8 at least and then go to Robert Shaw to close the deal. That's what he's looking at right now, with Perez here on the mound in the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Taylor Tasco. Swung on to miss. Strikeout number 6 for Pete Perez. Brings up the catcher, Jake Mendiola. There's strike one to Mendiola. 0 for 3. Ground out, strikeout, reached on an error. Oh, 0-1 pitch from Perez. That hits the outside corner. 0-2. Mendiola, 345 average. 2 years at South Carolina Sumter. High and away, 1-2. One run in the 4th, 1 in the 5th for the Javelinas. There you see Perez, a deep breath. 1-2. Low and away, 2-2. Javelina swept the 4-game series at Tarleton State earlier this year. As a 2-2 pitch is bounced to the shortstop, Robinson takes his time. 2 down. Javelinas do lead the series as well, 44-43 over the Texans, but Texans don't want any part of that. Don't want to hear that today with a 4-2 lead with 2 outs here in the 8th. New batter is Cameron Dolnig. First pitch swinging. Shoots one pretty deep towards center field. Andrew Wolf, he's at the warning track, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down, in the bottom of the 8th. 4-2. Tarleton State in front of Texas A&M Kingsville as we head to the 9th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Jordan McCartney, Texas A&M University Commerce, women's soccer student athlete. The most important thing to become the best student athlete that you can be is to be dedicated inside and outside of the classroom to perform at the highest level. Inside the classroom, you must be dedicated to your schoolwork in order to make your grades and push your teammates hard as you can on the field when you can compete. My experiences as a student athlete have helped prepare me for the future because it helps me determine the level of responsibility, dedication, and commitment that it takes to be the best athlete and student I can be. As student athletes, we're the ones that have an experience that better prepares you for the future.
Pretty day here in San Angelo, Texas. Top of the 9th. Texans 4, Javelinas 2. The second game today here in the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. One more to go after this one. 7 o'clock first pitch, Angelo State, Abilene Christian. As Denver Diefenbach still on the mound here for Kingsville, facing 2, 3, and 4. As the closer or the Texans, he's ready to go out there in right field. But he has to wait as Noah Ringenberger Makes his 5th plate appearance, 0 for 5 with a strikeout. Catcher Jake Mendiola, looks like he might have something in his eye here. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, something in his right eye. Now here comes the trainer with a towel. I don't know what it is, but hopefully he can get it out, pour some water on it. If you wear contacts, you know what he's feeling. I wear contacts. It's whenever you have a problem, it can be a bear to work with. Looks like he's okay, though. Now they're really looking in there. Looks like he appears to be ready to go, but this is the first time since 1998 these two teams have met each other in tournament play. First time Texans won 3-2 in the second round. And then Kingsville went on to win the whole thing 21-20 and then 20-3 in the championship game. First pitch outside to Noah Ringenberger, searching for his first hit. Ringenberger, the only Texan to not reach base today. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one high and away, 2-1. Ringenberger attended Northeastern State University from 2009 to 2011. Led the team with a .400 average and 22 RBIs. Started all 34 games at Northeastern State. That one outside, 3-1. Honorable mention team this year in the Lone Star Conference. .335 average, 3 homers, 28 RBIs. The 3-1 is fouled out of play, full count. 3 batters in a row for Denver Diefenbach when he's had a full count. Payoff pitch. Popped up, out of play. Stays the same to Noah Ringenberger. 4-2. Texans in front of the Javelinas. Payoff pitch number 2. Ball 4, walks him. Second walk to Diefenbach puts the leadoff runner aboard for Tarleton State. Brings up Blake Sagero, the DH. He's been on base 3 times. RBI double, solo home run in the 3rd. Hit by a pitch and a pop out. Hammers that one past the third baseman, Black. Rounding second hard, but staying at second is Ringenberger. See if they ruled out a hit or an error. That was a laser past the third baseman, James Black. No ruling yet. 2 outs, rather 2 on, nobody out for the first baseman, Garrett Hardy. After starting things off with a bang, a 2-run home run in the first, Hardy has struck out his last 2 plate appearances. Pick off to second. Ringenberger goes back safely. Ringenberger walked. So Garrow just singled. Still no ruling yet. But that was a laser to third base. He's on at first. Corner infielders at the edge of the grass. That ball is rolled foul past third base. Strike one to Garrett Hardy. Hardy Player of the Week, April 30th, when he hit .478 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs in 5 games. 2 years at Western Texas Community College. Ropes that one into center field. Ringenberger is held up at third. Bases loaded. Nobody out for the second straight inning for Tarleton State. Jonathan Schmitz, and a prime-time opportunity here for some extra insurance for the Texans. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the ninth. 2-run Tarleton State lead. They have led this whole game. Ringenberger on at third, so Garrio on at second, Hardy now on at first. Schmitz 1 for 4, double his last plate appearance, 2 strikeouts. First pitch, pops the outside corner, strike one. Said a little earlier, Schmidt's mom, Rose, played basketball at Texas Tech. She also threw the shot put and discus there. 0-1 pitch, outside, 1-1. .315 average, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs for Schmitz. 1-1 pitch, downstairs, 2-1 for Schmitz. Two-one pitch, low, 3-1. Schmitz should get something right down the heart of the plate coming up here. Diefenbach does not want to walk in a run here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the ninth. Infield in. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Count is full. Schmitz wanted that one. Just missed that fastball. Full count here. Diefenbach just searching for out number one. He has 1 strikeout. His payoff pitch. There's his second strikeout. Huge first out here with the bases loaded. Landon Thompson digs in, bases loaded, 1 out. He is yet to get a hit. He was hit by a pitch in the 6th. Looks at a curveball that drops in for strike one. Thompson won the 2011 Texas League All-Star Weekend Home Run Derby. A home run here will be huge for Tarleton State. Pops that one up. This might be playable right side. Wallace is there. Makes the basket catch. at third, trying to bluff it, going home as Ringenberger. But there's now 2 outs. Unbelievable play by James Wallace. 1, to make an over-the-shoulder catch, but 2, to immediately look back towards home plate to be sure Ringenberger wasn't attempting to head home. Heads-up play by Wallace at first. Now the infield is back with 2 outs, base is still loaded. Denver Diefenbach trying to work his way out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. He's got 2 outs now. Ringenberger led this thing off with a walk. So Garrio singled, Hardy singled. First pitch to the new batter, Chris Patton, strike 1. Patton's 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and 2 flyouts. From the stretch with the bases loaded, the 0-1 curveball drops in, strike 2. Patton has 7 RBIs this year, 1 home run. This Tarleton State team, they lead the conference in home runs with 37. 0-2 pitch is barely chopped foul. Nice job by Patton staying alive. Patton faced Flores back in the 8th. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Worked for head coach Jason Gonzalez. Was able to get Patton a fly out to center field. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher, Mendiola. He just saved a run there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. His eye must be doing okay. Had something in his right eye before we started this inning. Had to throw 3 cups of water on that right eye. Nice job there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Patton. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Texans certainly want to advance to take on the winner of the next game later tonight. The 1-2 pitch, hot shot foul, first base side. Stays 1-2. One-two offering. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Diefenbach works his way out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. It's still 4-2. Tarleton State as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Final 3 outs coming up here for the Javelinas when we come back. This is the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. It's the bottom of the ninth. Graham Doty here at Osterfield 4-2. Texans leading the Javelinas, and Pete Perez is trying to pitch a complete game victory here in the first game here for Tarleton State. First pitch to the number 6 hitter, Trent Wagner. Fouls one off there for strike one. Closer Britt Robertshaw is warmed. He's in the bullpen right now. He's warmed. He's ready to go. He's there if the Texans need him. 0-1 from Perez is hit in a shallow right center field. The right fielder Ringenberger is there, one down. James Black, 0 for 3, strikeout, 2 groundouts. Pete Perez is 2 outs away from throwing a complete game victory. First pitch to Black, drops in, strike one. One more game after this, Angelo State, Abilene Christian. First pitch, 7 o'clock. The 0-1 from Perez is a hot shot off the glove of Robinson, and safe at first is Black. Now the tying run at the plate. See what Brian Conger wants to do here. The tying run at the plate. James Wallace, the first baseman, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 2 flyouts to center field. First pitch in there, strike one. In case you're wondering, Wallace 4 home runs this year. 0-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss at a curveball, 0-2. 1 out, 1 on, bottom of the ninth. Texans holding on to a 2-run lead. Loser of this game will play West Texas A&M tomorrow at noon. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. There's another strikeout for Pete Perez, 2 outs. 7 strikeouts for Pete Perez this afternoon. Pinch hitter here for the Javelinas, Julian Duran, a sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, went to Madison High School. Pinch hitting for Mario Siller. First pitch strike to Duran. Duran this year, 231, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Pete Perez, 1 out away from a complete game victory here in the first game of the tournament for the Texans. That one in the dirt, 1-1 to Duran. James Black on at first. 0 for 3 this year in stolen bases. The 1-1 from Perez. Right back to him on the mound. This should do it. Underhands it. And there you have it. A complete game victory for Pete Perez. And Tarleton State knocks off Texas A&M Kingsville here in the second game today, 4-2. And Brian Conger said he's going to throw the kitchen sink. And he didn't really have to because he got Pete Perez to throw a complete game victory. And the Texans knock off the Javelinas 4-2. So we now have a couple matchups ready for tomorrow. Texas A&M Kingsville will face the loser. Rather, Texas A&M Kingsville will face they will play the loser of the 7 o'clock game tonight. So they will play the loser of Angelo State, Abilene Christian. But Tarleton State advances as they are 1-0 so far in this tournament. Tarleton State stays red hot. 8 games in a row they have won as they beat Texas A&M Kingsville 4-2 here. One more game to go this afternoon. 7 o'clock first pitch. Angelo State, Abilene Christian, once again final score 4.